on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
The hypocrites, which I...
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the daunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
An Atlantic Television Network. Merry Christmas, full of amazing experiences. Cheers to a beautiful year end.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
And call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Access to our money will put in the bank.
Oppressors and the oppressed.
How high the obstacles.
All right, welcome to Atlantic Television Network Open Conversation, everyone, which is the network flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Now, through these conversations, APC must take responsibility.
Autonomy.
In Kogi State, Guba, SDP serves petition to APC INEC.
In Adamawa State, Pintiri Binani, appeal court delivers.
And in Kano State, the people's mandate is sacrosanct. That's coming from Governor Yusuf.
In party politics, ex-APC chairman Adamu announced retirement.
On elections, Serap sues INEC over failure to prosecute electoral offenders. Our guest on the show today is Comrade. I want you to take a quick break before that. Remember, you can watch us live from anywhere across the world, around the world. That is, all you need to do is log on to
From night across the ocean, to the land mission, to the land business, social economy, sports, and documentaries.
Access to our money will put in the bank.
I've always said there are of people on the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which I...
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the daunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Perhaps, if as leaders of the party didn't indulge in years of decay the way we did, we would have managed this relationship back in River State with the governor and other political leaders better. I think for me, honestly, because I don't want to play cheap politics, we must appeal to Wike. If for whatever reason we will make the choice made to support Sidney Alaye Fubara to emerge as the governor, he must take responsibility and live with the consequences and find a way to swallow the bitter pill, because we are not talking about government. The more he mismanages his relationship with Fubara and they continue to fight, look, if this democracy is to move this country forward, we need leaders who will make the needed sacrifices. Because we disagree with yourselves, we express sadness that politics are already thinking of the 2027 elections. Instead of Communal Vice Chairman, led APC leaders from that state go and visit Wike. And after that, without any local problem in River State, the National Working Committee sat down and dissolved all structures of APC so as to open the door for Wike to come to the party. I mean, just gave him license to say, "You're welcome. Whatever you do, accept." That is what I mean by indulgence. And I don't think we should reduce politics further. We reduce the whole politics issue of electoral contest. There's a lot going on because the factional speaker of the River State has assembly, that's right, Honorable Martin Chikiame, has said the 27 lawmakers decided to defect from the PDP to the APC because of the crisis rocking the state chapter of the PDP. Lauding President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for various projects going on in the Niger Delta during the dedication service and stakeholders meeting of the APC, he said, "I'm making a decision." The PDP never said anything when the House of Assembly was burned down. No official statement from the they did not condemn it when the state legislature was burned down. The party never condemned, which shows they were not interested in what we are doing in the House of Assembly. And speaking at his residence in Port Harcourt, the state capital, the national ruler, felicitate with him on the occasion of his birthday and sue for peace in the state. The FCT minister, in his response, assured the monarch that he will his advice and that he is welcome to peaceful. I quote him, says, not vote based on ethnicity, but for the unity of Rivers State. There are rules within the political group to emerge. You cannot say that because an Oba has emerged, and then an Oba will not follow the rules of the traditional institution. No, an Oba will always obey the rules. So also in politics, there are things you must not do, and there are things you must. Don't pull the ladder used in climbing. When you are coming down, the ladder may not be there. So a lot has been said. Is the clamor for the government had entered address the capital territory minister. That's so speaking. Then of course there's the part of the 27 lawmakers who have decamped. Even if in that statement I didn't see exactly how there was fraction in the PDP as they alleged. But then finally we hear the man of the moment, the federal authority, Mr. Speaker, and amongst all the traditionalists. And I particularly take his last statement, the last part of that statement says, do not ladder, because you will need it when you're going down. And leave it there, because others who will climb up will also need it to climb up. I like to toe the part of the positive. I like to look at things in a positive light. Is that Nyesom Wike suing? You shouldn't destroy it, because you have to fall off. You need this structure to have a safe landing. Meanwhile, it is this structure that will also help others. Other rivers and don't climb up as you have. So don't destroy it. Don't destroy it. You will need. Others will need. So why do you want to destroy it? Honorable. Yes, I choose to use that word as well.
We are all honorable.
Although we do not have any content. So that's unlikable. But
secondly, I see them dancing to a beat that they don't even understand. Because underneath this rivers crisis is the economic, and I this whole thing as a continuation of the crisis. Excuse me, the crisis that brought guns into Rivers State, that eventually led to the map with Lagos. So, if you link it well, you see that the crisis that engulfed Rivers State, that led to, excuse me, the exodus of the economic gurus into Lagos, started. Why was Tinubu patronizing the problem that engulfed the state from 2015? Tinubu name continued to be a recurring decimal, that he was funding Magnus, he was doing that, he was up till now. So me, I'm looking at to run around the circle or continue to live in confused state while Lagos economy is booming and growing. Today, Lagos is about the 4th largest economy, in Africa. So the earlier our people even understand what they are doing, the better.
All right, let me from this. You took us down memory lane, from the militancy to the political upheaval that has befallen this state, particularly since the inception of APC as a party. Has been an opposition within the APC. It's basically saying APC should take responsibility for the issues that is going on right now in Rivers State, one begins to wonder, what exactly is Lukman talking about? Listening to you and bringing to the fore the uncanny silence from the party national office, Ganduje, the party stakeholders, from even this region, the APC leaders from this region, and the president himself. One is wondering, is someone being made a stooge, a pawn in the pie to ensure that this state goes serene? Earlier on the show today, my colleague and I were asking, what is this silence about? How are you comfortable that Asari has made a threat and warned, Bandef have warned? You know who these people are. We now have Boma Goodhead, a serving rep member, audaciously made statement that you would say, this lady should be taken into. She even said she will volunteer herself to give more evidence. Not the IGP, not the DSS. Then 24 hours after, the FCT minister came into Rivers State, I saw boys who were flying colors before the media around him, hailing him and singing the usual wiki they come, wiki they come. These are what songs. We're no longer in elections. It's no longer about him and Atiku and all of that. So what exactly could be what Lukman is pointing at here when he says, hold APC, or APC should take responsibility for the crisis going on in Rivers State? Is there an angle that we may not be looking at this that may be panning out?
I think Lukman understands what is at stake very well. He is quite aware that the food they are fighting over, they are eating here, that is being cooked somewhere by APC. You know, Amechi was to contest for the presidential ticket. You can throw a punch if you want to, but the level those you are throwing it at to really understand what is happening. For instance, all the things Senator Magnus Abe did, all the things they use him to do to scatter the APC, what are the benefits to him today? To let what we are doing was just to destroy Rivers State and nothing more. One would have expected that this government that Magnus Abe, campaign for. Nobody knew a Tinubu whatever in Rivers State. It was Magnus Abe. One would have thought that when the food is done, that they will invite him to dinner to come and eat. How come that nobody is even mentioning him? That's to just tell you that there is something much more than we know. Like Lukman is saying, why didn't APC National do anything when crisis positions that will tend to destroy the party the more? For instance, when we were in court, APC was in court. Suddenly you just hear that the legal officer national has come to withdraw the case. At that point, the state looked completely helpless because the national has withdrawn. Now you saw Etoyeko went to court again, that the national has come to withdraw, meaning that Etoyeko is on his own.
Right.
So why we, a party that we want to be in power, or we're pulling up the rock from to know who are beating it on? But first, you cannot just wake up one morning and say, I have dissolved this book without even calling party members to the table.
Right.
And from the way things are going right now, it's like the APC will be handed over to Nyesom Wike. So Nyesom Wike become the leader of PDP.
The Honorable Minister of the FCT, amongst other issues that was raised. The forum, in an extensive deliberation and consideration of the issues raised a communique and resolved as follows. Number one, the forum regretted that neither Governor Simlaye Fubara nor Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike responded to our letters, and quotes them, seeking for each of them. Number two, the forum said the attempt to impeach the governor of Rivers State barely about a state governor and urged the government to expedite action on rebuilding the demolished House of Assembly complex so that lawmakers will continue their legislative business in the permanent site within the shortest possible time. Number five, the forum condemned in its entirety the misuse of Rivers people, political power vested in politicians by the people for personal gains and interests. Hence, we condemn in its entirety the recent defection of 27 lawmakers without recourse to their constituents. 6. The forum is aware and authors reject the news making the rounds on social media, forum shopping and purchase of legal instruments outside Rivers State to cause crisis in the state, thereby endangering human lives and property. An alleged already written premeditated court ruling by one Justice Donatus Okoro of Federal High Court 8 Abuja and ex parte applications to stop the declaration of their seats vacant and also give them the legitimacy to move in with DSS and police to start with the legal impeachment of Governor Fubara. The elder said the foregoing is disturbing and generating serious tension in Rivers State and thus giving the forum great concern. 7. We therefore urge the judiciary and all security agencies to be wary and alive in discharging their responsibilities in order not to worsen, to consolidate on his earlier intervention as the consequences of the action may not.
I'll take from where Honorable Celeste said something about dance. He said something about dance. My grandmother would always say, when a masquerade is dancing, don't look at the waist, look at the legs. You know the dance steps. That's where you trace it. And your angle to this whole situation this morning is quite eye-opening.
Yeah.
I mean, you ask the question, why has the APC not thrown their back behind Toyoko?
They withdrew their case.
Why APC not throw their weight behind Senator Magnus? Why did the APC not throw their weight behind Rotimi Chibi? You know, so somehow it's like they were pushed to the fore and then the rug was pulled.
Yeah.
Like you said. You know, so what is the big game? Remember earlier on we had discussed and I said actually saw the Rufus Ada George. He actually said at that time they had sent letters to both governors. They are waiting a response. Their communique this morning says no response from both parties. So let's quickly look at the no response from both parties. Why would the River State governor, Simina said, actually accused them of not speaking up about this problem? Because, like he said, his words said they were compromised and they did not have moral standing to wade into the matter. But here, this group have waded into the matter and they have spoken quite firmly, but no response from both warring parties. Why would both warring parties ignore them as it were?
Well, if you ask me, I think the group was not properly constituted. That's the problem. It was not properly constituted because if you look at when this crisis started, after Ike Clark make his statement, which was laced with ethnic composition, you have heard Ankyo Briggs also release very terrible things